Hello guys, you're watching RBHD, and today we're reacting to some of the biggest mansions that have water parks attached to them. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely feeling a little bit poor at this rate, and we haven't even started the video.
I'm Erica Wright.
Hold on, straight off the bat, they look exactly like how I was expecting them to look.
And I'm Ray Parisi. We both produce stories for CNBC on super high-end luxury real estate.
This video has 4 homes with the most insane pools that you've ever seen.
From the
I'm not looking forward to this. This is just going to make me feel poor. It just is.
From the wild water world Celine Dion built in her backyard to a mansion with a haunted water park in the back.
A haunted water park. Why do you need a water park to begin with? Never mind throwing some ghosts in there. What's that about?
And we're gonna start with the spookiest. Here's number 4.
Everything's big.
Look at that. Just, we haven't even jumped into the water parks yet. Why is it so big? Why do you need a home that big?
You're in Texas. Even the real estate.
Before we show you what's out back, let's take a quick look inside.
This place unfolds over 37...
I'm sorry, this church is smaller than that, and churches are massive. Why is that house that big? How many guests are you having round? That is ridiculous.
1,000 square feet.
And check this out.
They've got a secret door. Why have they got a secret door? They've got a bookcase, like you see in a James Bond film. When you thought you'd seen enough, they've got a bookcase that opens. We're not even halfway in the video. We're 39 seconds in.
39 seconds.
Found a secret passage hidden behind this bookcase.
It leads to the second level where there's a giant game room and movie theater.
But that's...
Oh my god, they've got a game room and a theatre. This is number 4. This isn't even close to number 1. I'm dreading to see what number 1 is.
just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to entertainment.
The owner
That's just the tip of the iceberg. Of course it is. What else have they got up the sleeves?
also purchased the $6 million mansion next door and connected them.
And turned this whole place...
What? So he wasn't happy with his first mansion. He then bought the $6 million mansion next door and combined them. What? Why? How is your first mansion not big enough? Why would you buy another mansion? This guy's got too much money. I don't know who owns these, but he's got too much money. And I need a bit of it, please.
into the funhouse.
There's a basketball court that can be turned into Party Central.
No. He's got a basketball court. Why has he got a basketball court? I need to... nah. I need to start earning some money or something.
Check out the DJ booth perched on a glass balcony that overlooks the court.
Oh my god, he's got a DJ booth. You know what? He was like, the basketball court, that's good, but we need a DJ booth. You know, just for all our friends that's going to come around and rave on the basketball court. It's not being used for basketball. That's just a party arena.
This party pad also has a virtual reality sports simulator.
Bowling out.
Oh, shut up. When did he draw the line? When did the guy who bought these 2 mansions say, you know what? Basketball court, DJ booth, secret hidden door, that's fine. But now we need a virtual reality playroom. What's that about?
Another movie theater just for the kids.
And a room full of bunk beds for the ultimate slumber party.
A room full of bunk beds. You know at that point he ran out of ideas. He didn't know what to put in that room, so he's like, you know what? Just put a bunch of bunk beds in there so we can have parties. Man, I feel so poor.
But the fun really goes into hyperdrive in the backyard.
What? Look at that. Just look at that. First of all, why do you need a back garden with a water park in it? My back garden has a shed in it. That's the most I'm getting out of my back garden.
Which looks like a full-blown amusement park.
The 750,000-gallon pool has 3 giant water slides.
And to give you the full effect, our camera guy strapped on a GoPro and took the plunge.
I've actually been to legit water parks that haven't even looked that fun. Where have I been going?
There's also a zip line that dumps you into the pool.
And
he's got a zip line. The guy who bought this mansion attached a zip line to it. He was like, water park's great, but let's get a zip line as well. Let's just up it. Let's just keep going. Oh my, what next?
water cannons for soaking your buddies.
But this is the absolute craziest part of this water park.
It's the lazy river, which seems relaxing until it's totally not.
Okay, I spoke too soon. He's just upped it again. He's put like a horror theme into a lazy river. I'm speechless.
It flows into a grotto where things get creepy.
Super creepy. It's crawling with mummies, bats, and other spooky animatronics.
And if you're wondering how much a haunted water cave...
I don't know if this guy does this, but if I own this place, I'd rent it out. I'd literally charge probably $10 or £10 or anything like that for people to come in and just go in there. And then that's another way of making money. I'm a money genius. Except I don't own a mansion, so I'm not that much of a genius.
and all the Wet n Wild rides cost?
Well, we asked, and the owner said it soaked him for about $10 million.
Oh my god, it was 10 million. Just to build a water park, it was 10 million. Imagine having that much money, you can just splash out, no pun intended, 10 million on a water park in your backyard. I can guarantee you the owner hasn't even used that water park. They just like to splash it out. Okay, I'll stop with the jokes now.
How cool would it be to grow up in that house?
Or scary.
This next house is not scary at all. It belongs to Celine Dion. It's got one of the biggest pools you've ever seen.
Okay, first of all, it belonged to Celine Dion, so we know it's going to be massive. So let's just prepare our finances and our bank account, and let's see what Celine Dion had up her sleeve.
Here's CNBC's Robert Frank with house number 3.
It's a home like no...
This is number 3, by the way. That was number 4. This is number 3. I don't know what number 1's going to look like.
no other we've ever been invited to. Welcome to Celine Dion's jaw-dropping estate on Jupiter Island.
I don't know why this is number 3, although it's really nice. That already looks smaller than the other one. But then again, the last guy bought 2 mansions, so kind of cheated.
One of the most exclusive communities in not just Florida, but on the entire planet.
You really are in your own world when you come through the gates here.
The Diva's secluded mansion has 486
Okay, I'll take everything back. That looked nice. That looked actually really nice. I understand why she's at number 3 now, and we're not even inside.
feet of unspoiled beachfront.
Oh, she's at the beach as well. She's just got a beach in her backyard. I wonder if the whole beach is her yard. Imagine if you owned the beach.
But the epic view of the Atlantic is just the beginning. Celine built her own private ocean.
Would you really need a pool? If you've got a beach in your backyard, would you really need to invest in a swimming pool? Because I wouldn't. You've got the whole ocean to swim in.
In the backyard. Much of the almost 6
So not only does she have a pool in the house, but she also has the beach right next door. And then, just to add on top of all the water, she's decided to make her own ocean in the middle of a land. She's obsessed with water.
acre compound is an aquatic paradise. It's a 460,000 gallon dream come true for kids. That includes a
Like, I know these like water parks, but I can only see one slide so far. Does this class as a water park with one slide?
Titanic-sized private water park with 2 slides that spill into a flowing river.
Sorry, I stand corrected. There's 2 slides. 2 slides. It is a water park. There's more than one.
Those are water cannons up and down, so you can be bombarded as you float down the lazy river.
Oh, she has got a lazy river as well. That adds to something, I guess. But I don't think it's better than number 4 so far. Number 4 was ridiculous.
The currents carry you around Celine's private water world, under several bridges, and into 3 perfectly crafted beaches designed for sand-free sunbathing.
If I had this in my backyard, I wouldn't go out. I would literally just be in my yard every day, all day, 24/7. I wouldn't be doing nothing. Nothing. I'd be lazy. I'd probably gain weight.
Somebody really wanted their own private water park for their kids, you really couldn't build this again on Jupiter Island, could you?
This is not replaceable and not reproducible.
Celine hired super broker Adrian Reed to sell her one-of-a-kind $45.5 million.
Look at that. Look at that. If I ever get that much money behind me, 45 million. 45 million. At what point do we say, okay, this is too much money? You've got too much money on your hands.
$1 island retreat.
The peace and the beauty of it is just hard to match.
And that's no exaggeration.
Can I just say, some countries have been donating money for years for people who aren't close to water. Just send them over to this house. They'll be sorted for life.
Exaggeration. There's a luxurious pool house, a fabulous gazebo for poolside dining, a tennis court that can also be used for...
Of course she's got a tennis court. I was waiting for it to just up on the level. And there we go. She's got a tennis court. I bet she's never used it once.
And an elegant beachfront cabana for massages. And at the very center of the infinity pool.
Although the first house looked a lot more expensive than this and had a lot going for it, I think I would have preferred to stay at this house. You've just got the scenery. I mean, ignore the whole water park side of it, because this water park isn't as good as the last one. But you've got a beach right next door.
Is the property's hottest feature, a fire pit lounge built into the pool.
Fire pit lounge built into the pool. What's that for then? What, so you can roast your marshmallows over it while you're swimming in your pool? I don't understand that. I would never have needed that.
Are these little bars right here?
Swim up bar, sure. You can eat lunch or have a drink in the afternoon.
So you could comfortably fit 15 to 20 people on this property and still not run into each other a lot.
I think you could hide 15 people on this property and never find them.
You could hide 15 people on the property and never find them. That's how big it is. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know anyone who would want to play hide and seek on there, because you would never find them. It'll just be a long game.
Inside the 18,000 square foot main house, the living room has walls that disappear to create the ultimate indoor-outdoor entertainment area.
An outdoor entertainment area. Just sitting there, watching TV, outside, next to your luxurious pool, and I'm there with a shed in my backyard.
Before we tell you how much it sold for, here's a quick price history on Celine's Florida digs.
She originally listed
Before we look into the price, in case any of you guys are wondering, oh, I wonder how much this cost, or how much money she's put into it, prep yourself.
the place for $72.5 million.
When no one bit, she dropped the price to $45.5 million.
And after our shoot, someone finally scooped it up for a fraction of the asking price.
Ah, so she was selling it for 72 million, but she downed the price to 42 million. Only 42 million. Anyone can bid on that. That's cheap. That's cheap in that world.
It sold for just 28 million bucks.
It didn't even go for the lower price. It went for even lower than that. It went to 28 million. Now that's a good deal. That's a mint deal. Anyone can afford that.
Okay, this next house has a backyard modeled after a famous luxury resort in the Caribbean.
The Backyard Atlantis is number 2.
This fancy 11,000 square foot
Straight off the bat, this one is going to be massive. You can tell. Look at the size of the front.
mansion in Boca Raton, Florida sits on 6.5 acres.
But it's wild.
6.5 acres. That is like the size of my house and probably 10 other houses that way and 10 other houses that way. That's nuts.
Wildest feature is out back.
Where the owners built a resort-sized private water park,
It's got slides
a lazy river,
and a swim-up bar for sipping champagne.
A swim-up bar. They've got a swim-up bar. Even number 4 didn't have a swim-up bar. They had the basketball court. They had the zip line. They had the DJ booth. They didn't have a swim-up bar. They're missing out.
broker Sonata Adjum says her client spent 2 years and $2.5 million to build out this 170,000-gallon party pool.
My client went.
I don't understand why this is number 2 though, because it still doesn't look as big as number 4. At the moment, number 4 is the most ridiculous one. So number 1 is got to be showing something.
To the Atlantis resort in the Bahamas and was truly inspired what he saw, and so he came back and recreated it.
And the Atlantis inspiration is everywhere.
Both properties have water slides that are built on Mayan-style stone structures surrounded by palm trees with cascading
Mayan-style stone structures. So it wasn't just a regular stone he was going to do it in. He decided to go for the Mayan style. This guy is a show-off.
waterfalls.
There's even a koi pond that surrounds the hot tub. It's inspired
Oh, they've got a koi pond. Why? So even the fish have their own water park. And I have a shed. I'm not jealous at all. Okay?
by the shark-filled lagoon at the Bahamas resort.
The owner actually built this for himself and his family. He's got 4 children, and he wanted
The owner built it for himself and his family, and he's got 4 children. 4 children. How big is your children?
them to enjoy full water park at their own home instead of going back to the Bahamas all the time.
Yeah, he just wanted his own water park, saves him going back to the Bahamas all the time. It's effort. Too much effort going back to the Bahamas. We're sick of it. We've seen it all. Build a water park in my back garden.
After our shoot, the mansion and backyard resort sold for $5.5 million.
Sold for $5.5 million. That, to be fair, that isn't that bad.
That whole setup almost makes me want to live in Boca.
Almost.
But the next house is in Miami, and it's one of my favorites. You can escape from your bedroom in a water slide. Here's number 1.
Okay, so we're at number 1. We're going to be expecting something huge. Number 4 is still being up here. The rest are being down here. Got to be number 1 for a reason. There's got to be something massive about it, so...
It makes you sexier, it makes you hotter.
It makes you sexier. What's that mean? You have a big house, it makes you sexier. It doesn't. You can still be ugly with a big house.
Broker Eloy Carminate is really into this 19,000 square foot listing in Miami.
And it's just
19,000. 19,000 square feet. Jesus Christ.
screaming sex.
It also screams over the top.
Oh, we're going to the basketball court. It must be a trend over there. Everyone just has basketball courts fitted in the mansion, as you do.
There's a private basketball court.
$1 million worth of art hanging on the walls.
A 300
This place is looking more arty than it is show-offy, so I don't think this is going to top number 4. Don't understand why they've numbered them in this way.
$100,000 kitchen.
And a wall of sliding glass doors that reveal where the real fun starts.
The epic backyard has a
Yeah, but you're next to like the city, you know, you're going to hear the cars. Number 4 was like just isolated out the way by the looks of it. Celine Dion's house was on the beach. Why is this at number 1?
a giant pool
And a $250,000 water slide.
with its own glass staircase.
That was actually brought in and delivered on a barge and craned out to the property.
Hold on a sec. A $250,000 water slide. When I show up at a water park, that is the most basic water slide that I avoid at a water park. I wouldn't have paid that much, but then again, I can't really speak about my finances.
Because it weighed several tons.
Now you can get out of bed and slide from the master bedroom right into the pool.
The last thing I'd want to do when I get out of bed at 8 o'clock in the morning, slide down and go into the freezing cold pool. It's just not how I want my morning to start.
That should wake you up.
So you feel like you're diving into the ocean in the middle of the Caribbean. And it's just screaming sex.
What's this guy talking about? It's screaming sex. It's a slide that goes into water. What's sexy about it? I don't quite understand.
A buyer heard those screams loud and clear.
And scooped it up for $24 million.
Number 4 was the best one. I don't understand why it was number 4. Although he did purchase another mansion, the greedy bastard, it was still the best one. It was still massive. It actually looked like a water park. And he did all this spooky stuff inside the cave, which is crazy.
Wait, is that Robert Frank sliding down Celine Dion's water slide in a suit?
Yeah, he's trying.
No, don't jump in a water slide with your suit on. That's not sexy at all.
It's just screaming sex.
Look how slow he's going, that's so awkward. That's just awkward. He tried to be cool, or he tried to be sexy, and he ended up just crawling down the water slide. Okay, that is it for today's video, guys. Thanks very much for watching. It has made me feel a little bit poor, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll get over it. If you have enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.